I am the witch. Wait a second. We're going to talk about dark female energies, and we're going to talk specifically about meeting the dark goddess. So here is a poem I wrote. I'm the witch, scratching in the backyard of your thoughts, churning ideas in the cauldron of your patched up skull till you scream and dream of me, only to wake every time searching for the map back to safer castles hanging in thin blue skies. Hello my friends, I'm Gerda Louw, Muse, Mystic and Master Manifester, and today we continue a discussion about the dark feminine, and we're going to specifically talk about meeting the dark goddess. So if you missed the previous video, you will find it here. How does this meeting go, and how do we meet the dark goddess, and why is it good for us? An incredible way to meet the divine feminine principle is through the goddess and all her many manifestations. Many women experience the light and dark aspects of the feminine by forming a relationship with one or more of the many goddesses. The dark goddess is a potent feminine force that takes many different forms around the world. She finds forms in deities such as Kali, Lilith or Nyx, and she embodies qualities of chaos and sexual freedom, magic and transformation. But an exploration into her many facets is not for the faint-hearted. We must remember, the dark goddess is not what popular culture has turned her into, something that's commodified and turned into something to consume. So, who or what is the dark goddess? The dark goddess is still largely misunderstood from what I perceive. She doesn't oppose the other lighter divine feminine forces of our world and beyond, like some people think, but she's present alongside them. These lighter archetypal deities often take a maiden or mother form. Maybe you're familiar with some of them, like Aphrodite, Gaia, Ishtar, Lakshmi. By the way, Lakshmi, the representation of the energy of Lakshmi is embodied in the painting that I'm busy with. So it's part of a larger series of artworks that I'm doing on the divine feminine. You might find that interesting and follow me as an artist. So often the dark goddess takes the form of the sacred crone goddess. These deities possess qualities that are mysterious, magical, chaotic, destructive, violent, and transformational. Unlike the maiden or mother goddesses, who are usually young, pure, innocent, fertile, beautiful and agreeable, these goddesses of the dark walk a crooked path and hold qualities that challenge, disrupt, create chaos and disorder. And because of this, they're seen as wild, uncontrollable and untamed. And as you may guess, over the centuries of patriarchal control on our planet, anything that's been seen as uncontrollable is also seen as a threat to authority. So perhaps more than any other aspect of the feminine, the dark goddess has been systematically shunned, suppressed and distorted. And what emerged instead is still emerging in popular culture, books, TVs and movies, is all the misleading info, the distorted versions of the goddess that aren't sacred at all, but is parodies designed to keep her truth hidden. So then what are the true dark goddesses? The dark goddesses has many forms. Some of these are Medusa, Lilith. These are deities of power, death and destruction and transformation and regeneration and rebirth. Their work and influence is mysterious, magical and esoteric. Their power can't be defined in ways our culture tends to uphold or allow feminine power to be. So their strength exists outside of the realms of what we perceive feminine to be. They aren't typically beautiful, though they may be. They aren't round-bellied and fertile, and they don't depend on the male deity to provide for them or give them a role. The myths of these darker deities tell of them living on the fringes alone or with animals. They may tend to the dead or dying. They may dwell in the underworld or deep within the earth herself. They may dance in the shadows, deep in the forest, and deeper still in the unknowable realms of the unconscious. But these goddesses aren't the wicked witch who lives in the woods with a pointed black hat and a wart on her nose. The dark goddess is multifaceted. She is a rich expression of the earth itself, and she's powered by the erotic and sexual energy that's hers and hers alone. She may be a temptress, the sorceress, the devourer. She may be none of these. She is not easy to define, like I've said. And the tools of these dark goddesses are magical, whether they be herbs or whatever plants, fruits. These dark goddesses use whatever they use to wield their power, have many meanings. So it's not straightforward, and this is what's so threatening, of course, to the uninitiated. So we could say the goddesses of the dark walk where mortals fear to tread. She takes risks, she faces fear, she walks towards what's painful and scary. Humans tend to actively avoid pain and discomfort, so the idea of working with the dark goddess energy seems pretty counterintuitive. No wonder people have spent centuries avoiding diving into the mysteries of the dark goddesses. But she doesn't walk this path because she's naive, reckless, or crazy. The dark goddess turns her focus towards the darkness because she knows that is where transformation happens. The dark goddess lives in the material. She's in the earth. She is in the temptations. She is in mess and chaos. She is your body. That's a container for all the humanity's projections of unconscious love and lust and fear and hate. So with the material body and the unconscious, the dark goddess was rejected too in the past. So why would you then want to work with the dark goddess? If you know why you want to do this, that will help you forward in your path. There's some whys that might resonate with you. If you're into the divine feminine, it's unavoidable that you will work with the dark goddess because, like we've said, it's all part of the whole. If you want to awaken more feminine energy and channel it through your life, then working with the dark feminine isn't an option. We can't accept only the lighter sides of the stream of the life force. We don't have to work with her all the time, but we surely can't just ignore or avoid her. If society has led you to believe that feminine is only light, soft and receptive and nurturing, fluffy and kind, agreeable, it means that you'll be upholding the system that just want to keep us in one way. But if we truly embrace the dark goddess and channel her through our life, we'll break this spell. A third reason why we want to work with her is because she can deepen our spiritual practice. If you work with the dark goddess, it will open an entire spectrum of human experiences, and all experiences are sacred. We exist in a world of reality, but the dark is still often seen as less than. And because the dark goddess is the vessel for what so much of humanity has been conditioned to reject, working with her is a way to reintegrate all of you. You might have heard you must integrate your shadow aspects. Fourth point, she is a guide into shadow work. The dark goddess dwells in the underworld, so she knows the ways through. She has become not only a mentor for the darker unconscious pieces of the psyche, but also a truth seeker. The dark goddess contains the archetypes that you'll need to be brave and willing enough to face your own shadow. Ask her and she will guide you through yours. So, fifthly, the dark goddess is a goddess of transformation. Structures are crumbling, systems are crumbling, losing their grip. But it's going to be the next phase of humanity is going to be born through us. So, because dark goddesses are deities of transformation, they can help us through this. So lastly, working with the dark goddess will be humbling. These divine forces are hugely powerful and their domains much further than our human concerns. It's not only here to help you to reach a specific goal for what we want. Be open to the relationship with the dark goddess be open to have your whole perspective reframed. This will be very, very powerful and humbling at the same time. So to sum it up for you, the dark energy is an intrinsic part of life, but its potent and transformative It's regenerative and mysterious, this frequency of the dark feminine. If you awaken and embrace this energy, it will transmute your shadow into gold, into pure feminine magic. So I hope this video helps you to connect deeper with the dark feminine, so that you can also transmute your shadow with the help of these energies into the beautiful, beautiful feminine magical creature that you are. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it helpful in any way or liked it, please like and subscribe and leave some love in the comments. Sending you infinite love. Till next time. Goodbye.